Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And off we go from SoFi. Has this at the 6. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They put a receiver in motion right. Play action now with Purdy. Searching for somewhere to throw well behind the line. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurry throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Spins out of one stop. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the Chargers take possession. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. A lot of grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Makes the grab and bounds left side. And he has it down at the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Play action now for Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's got it!
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Joey Sly on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. He gets a couple, and he'll bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has it downfield, working the left. Hits the 20. All the way, touchdown, Denver. The Broncos reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down. Herbert to throw once more. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And the Chargers will have a 1st. It's Herbert once more. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it brings up an L.A. 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Motioning the tight end now. Herbert on 1st down. He's on the move. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Couldn't couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Herbert throwing again. It is Cup, left side. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers break the tie here in the first. Extra point is up and good from Slide. And the Chargers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Sutton, the man in motion, headed right. Pretty throwing here on first. Oh, put some heat on this deep. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Buys time, rolling right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
On third down, Herbert. Throw left side, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Trying the right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the gun is Purdy. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They have second and pretty long here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Now they send their back in motion right. Here he is on third and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And that brings up fourth and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. He rolls to his right. On the run right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the Broncos are going to have it after his second interception of the season. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Working quickly here. Blown back, gets the handoff. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackled on the play by Puna Ford. Just 1 yard on the play, and they're left with a long 3rd and 12. Here's Purdy to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. Matt Ariza on to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. He's looking deep once again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, Herbert. He puts everything behind this one. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. He goes the distance, touchdown, LA. The Chargers make it a 16-point ball game. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Chargers take a 3-possession lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Stopped by Deion Henley.
You know, Kate, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Another punt coming up. Matt Ariza to do the honors once again. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Ball at the 33 for first down. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
He's got a man left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Running left, it's Dobbins. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he goes out a little short of the 40. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Second and 10. Herbert trying again. Dumped off to his running back. He's still going at the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down. Herbert from the gun. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Back-to-back carries here. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback A big reason why they're in control of this game.
Ooh, maybe some nerves there. He moved early on 4th down. Now we're going to see if this affects their choice to go for it. They're going for this. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Chased out to his right. The back's got it. It's an LA touchdown. Here's Slide to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers make it a 24-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he reaches the 35 before going out. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Blast through midfield, and he's finally hauled down at the 43. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They send the tight end in motion. Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Chargers get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Riley Moss with that tackle.
Chargers 31, Broncos 7.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chargers will have a first. A give to Dobbins to start the third. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Riley Moss with that tackle.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
To the air, 3rd and long. Taking a deep shot here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
1st down play, that's in 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Motion man sent left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Big gain, has them across the 40. And he gets this one down to the 27. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Yeah, when you got a game changer as a wide receiver, you want to get the ball in his hands any way you can. And I love that call. Right, we see it all the time on bubbles and quick little receptions. But put the ball in his hands as a runner, and this dude's dynamic.
And they pick him off again. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, boy, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Tight end going in motion here. Oh, giving it to the wide receiver on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That kind of call right there, Kate, shouldn't be the 3rd down surprise it used to be 5, 10, 15 years ago. So common in teams' playbooks league-wide. but boy, is it tough to defend. And that's why they love breaking it out to reset those chains.
Buying some time right. That's complete to Dobbins. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, tracked down by Robert Spillane.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Handoff goes to Dobbins, running left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Herbert now, blitz coming. He's on the move. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down. This set it down starts with an option right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. That one's complete, right side. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Herbert now off the play fake. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll send him over right. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point is up and good from Sly. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down. They go with Williams on the counter. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Forced out to his right. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Desperation time here on 4th. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
First down, and they go right back to it. We'll take it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Chargers continue piling onto this lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down. Purdy throwing here. Dumps it off to his running back. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. That heater is going to fall to the turf.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2 and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. To throw again, it's Purdy. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Purdy throwing here on 1st. Intercepted in the end zone. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They run the counter with Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chargers will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Back to Dobbins on 1st. Juke the defender. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Running it again with Dobbins.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
To the air this time, Herbert. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Chargers throwing 6 more on the blowout. Extra point is up and good from slot. And the Chargers tack on 7 more to their lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Broncos just want to get out of here with how this one has gone. Purdy on 1st down. He's got a man left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Putting the tight end in motion. First down throw by Purdy. Brought in right side. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably and then go to work after it.
And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 now. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Trying to set this up quick. Third and long, Purdy. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
That's two. Count them, 2 drives that he has put to rest now. First with the interception, and this time a critical third down sack. There's just some players on the field, they sense the moment defensively, and when they get the opportunity, they make the most of it.
And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Chargers